Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sahib Singh. Welcome to my channel Guidental. So the subject for today's video is going to be prosthodontics. This video is going to be about the subunit of prosthodontics, that is fixed partial dentures or FPD or fixed denture prosthodontics. Whatever topics I'll be discussing in my video are also mentioned in my blog by the name of Guidental. So the first topic is introduction of FPD. In introduction of FPD, you need to know the definition of FPD. FPD is fixed partial denture according to GPT. Then you need to know the indications and contraindications of FPD. Only 3 to 4 will do. In classification of FPDs, you need to know based on abutment, based on types of connectors, based on types of materials, based on duration of use, and based on type of support. You should also know for Viva or MCQ purpose what is cantilever FPD and Andrews bridge. These are very frequently asked Viva questions, so you need to know these with diagrams. In parts of an FPD, you need to know retainer, pontic and connector. You should know what it is, and you can easily do this from a diagram. It is given in almost all of the books of prosthodontics. And also an important MCQ that is asked is abutment is not a part of FPD. Your teachers might ask you this in your Viva, that is abutment part of an FPD or not. It is a trick question. So abutment is not part of FPD. In classification of edentulous ridge, on which FPD or a fixed partial denture is to be given, you need to know according to height and width of ridge given by Siebert. Only the Siebert classification you need to know. That is class 1, class 2, class 3 and no defect. Class 1 is 32%, class 2 is 3%, class 3 is 56% and no defects are 9%. Next topic is retainers. In retainers, you need to know the definition according to GPT. Classification in detail. All metal, metal ceramic and all ceramic retainers, you need to know the indications, contraindications, advantages and disadvantages. Criteria for selection of retainers, you need to know according to abutment, angulation and abutment condition. So only the criteria related to abutments, only those criteria you need to know. In radical retainers, you need to know post classification, ferrule effect, post dimensions and surface texture, direct and indirect techniques of post fabrication. This can also be done from your endodontics. It is an overlapping topic. It is present in endodontics as well as prosthodontics. So it can be done in both. The next topic is pontics. In pontics, you need to know the definition according to GPT, pre-treatment assessment according to pontic space and residual ridge contour. Only these two subheadings, that's it. In classification, you need to do according to relation to soft tissues, that is mucosal contact and non-mucosal contact, and material used and methods of fabrication. So these three subheadings you need to do. Next is pontics according to soft tissue contact, that is ridge lap, modified ridge lap of ovate, conical, sanitary and modified sanitary. You need to know in detail, very frequently as a short note separately also, what are the pontics according to soft tissue contact. So these all you need to know in detail. You need to know the indications, contraindications, advantages and disadvantages. And if you can draw diagrams, it is very good, because it will fetch you a lot of marks and it will save you time in your exams also. The next is principal considerations or requirements in pontic design. You need to know biologic considerations, that is ridge contact, oral hygiene, pontic material and occlusal forces. In mechanical considerations, you need to know the types of FPD under high masticatory stress and low masticatory stress. These two subheadings are very important, so you need to study in these two subheadings. In aesthetic considerations, you need to know specific pontic design considerations for anterior teeth and posterior teeth. Only the design considerations, that's it. In connectors, you need to know again the definition according to GPT, classification, that is rigid and non-rigid and their subtypes, the names only. In rigid connectors, you just need to know there are three types, that is cast, soldered and loop connectors. Only the indications, 1 or 2 indications will do. The non-rigid connectors are more important and more frequently asked in your exams. So you need to know the tenon mortise, split wing and cross pin and wing connectors in detail with diagrams. In this particular topic, diagrams are very important for your understanding also and for fetching marks also. So the diagrams can be done from the design. Design and diagram is the same thing. You could just label the diagram, then that comes under your design. The indications and contraindications, 3 to 4 points in each. Next topic is abutments. You need to know definition, and the selection of abutment you need to know in detail. It is very frequently asked as a long question. The most frequently asked long question in FPT is selection of abutment. So you need to know this with diagrams. What subheadings you need to know are two dimensions, that is crown and root length, crown root ratio, Anti's law, periodontal considerations, tilted abutments, special consideration, example pyre abutments. You need to study other two subheadings also, but these are a must to mention in your answers. The next is principles of tooth preparation, in which you need to know the classification according to Rosenstiel and according to Schillingberg. These two classifications are very important. The next is preservation of tooth structure. You need to know prevention of damage during tooth preparation to adjacent teeth, soft tissues and pulp. Only these three, that's it. In marginal integrity, you need to know the difference between margin and finish line, difference between supragingival and subgingival finish line. Types of finish lines, you need to know only 4, that is chamfer, heavy chamfer, shoulder and knife edge. You need to know the design or the diagrams, indications, advantages and disadvantages. Next topic is retention, resistance and structural durability. You need to know, of course, the definitions of above 3. The geometry of preparation for retention, that is degree of taper, surface area, freedom of displacement, stress concentration. Path of insertion, you need to know the definition, significance of correct path of insertion, and how to visually check tooth preparation for undercuts and taper intraorally as well as extraorally. Both are important. In geometry of preparation for resistance, you need to know the occlusogingival length, structural durability, axial reduction and occlusal reduction. And a very importantly asked short note or a viva from this subtopic is functional cusp bevel. So you need to know that in detail with diagram if possible. Very frequently asked in viva. Next is dimensions of tooth preparations in various cases. So this is basically statistical data that I've collected from various books for your easier understanding and learning. So first is the occlusal reduction dimensions for functional cusp, non-functional cusp and the type of materials. For all metal it is 1.5 mm for functional cusp and 1 mm for non-functional. For metal ceramic it is 1.5 to 2 mm for functional and 1 to 1.5 mm for non-functional. For all ceramic it is 2 mm for both functional as well as non-functional. This is all mentioned in my blog. You can refer to that whenever you want to. I'm just reading the statistics out. In axial reduction for all metal, it is 0.3 to 0.5 mm cervically and 0.8 to 1 mm coronally. Chamfer margin is 0.3 to 0.5 mm. Shoulder margin is 1 to 1.5 mm. Depth orientation grooves for all metal and metal ceramic it is 1.2 to 1.5 mm anteriorly and 1.5 to 2 mm posteriorly. For all ceramic it is 1.3 to 1.5 mm incisally and 0.8 to 1.2 mm labially. Lingualo-palatal fossa reduction in anteriors of obviously is 0.8 to 1 mm. Proximal reduction for all metal is 0.3 to 0.5 mm cervically and 0.8 to 1 mm coronally, and for all ceramic or anteriors it is 1.5 mm. Next topic is partial veneer and full veneer crowns. We need to know the indications, contraindications, advantages and disadvantages. Any 2 to 3 points will do. This is 90% asked as a viva question. Next major topic is fluid control and soft tissue management. In fluid control you need to study rubber dam, sphaeropter and anti-Salagogues. These three you have to study in detail. In anti-Salagogues you need to know there are 2, methanthelene bromide, that is banthene. You need to give 50 mg 1 hour prior to the procedure, and propanthelene bromide or probanthene, that is 15 mg 1 hour prior to the procedure. You need to know the contraindications, that is allergy, glaucoma, asthma and heart failure. So in these 4 cases anti-Salagogues cannot be given to the patient. In gingival displacement you need to know the definition, aims of gingival displacement, classification, that is mechanical, chemical and surgical. In mechanical you need to know copper band, magic foam, matrix impression system, techniques, advantages and disadvantages. In mechanical chemical you need to know gingival traction cord, very importantly a short note. So you need to know the ideal requirements, classification based on impregnated materials and thickness, these 2 classifications. Instrument use, that is Fisher's cord packer, techniques, single cord and double cord. You need to know the direction of insertion and removal of cord, and the indications are very important. Chemical use for impregnation, only 2 you need to know, Orostat, that is 8% racemic epinephrine hydrochloride, and Ginchi 8, that is buffered 25% aluminum chloride astringent. Special system, you need to know the composition, duration of retraction, any one advantage and disadvantage. Gingy track, Merocell, stay put, these are just other techniques or adjunct techniques. So you just need to know the composition, technique and indication, only one line in each, that's it. Surgical is very important, so surgical techniques of gingival retraction are very important. So you need to know the rotary curettage, technique and disadvantage. Electrosurgery, you need to know the principle, techniques and contraindications. This can be done from periodontology also, it's an overlapping topic. Next major topic is impression techniques in FPD. You need to know classification based on tray used on number of impressions taken, that is custom tray of single impression, stop tray or dual impression. Then based on viscosity of material used and mixing techniques, you need to know single mix, double mix, auto mix, machine mix and manual mix. Other techniques we have direct and indirect technique for post and core, copper band impressions, closed bite double arch method, impressions using agar and laminate technique. Advantages and disadvantages of custom tray and stop tray techniques are to be studied in detail for 2 to 3 points each. This can be asked as a Viva question, very frequently asked. Out of the above mentioned techniques in the classification, the custom tray, dual impression, stop tray or single impression, single mix and double mix, these techniques are to be studied in detail. The rest only principle, 1 or 2 lines have to be studied, that's it. Next topic is shade selection. There are two systems basically, Munsell color system and C-Lab color system. Munsell color system is to be studied in detail. So as we all know, Munsell color system is a descriptive visually and C-Lab color system is descriptive quantitatively. So in Munsell color system, it has to be done in detail, that is under the subheadings of hue, value and chroma. A statistical value that could be asked in a Viva is the color of human teeth, what it is in Munsell color system. So the hue is 6 YR to 9.3 YR, value is 4 to 8 and chroma is 0 to 6. This can be asked in a Viva. Next topic is resin bonded bridges. You need to know the indications, contraindications, advantages and disadvantages. In brief only, 3 to 4 points will do in each of these subheadings. Classification, you need to know based on the type of retention used by retainer, that is mechanical or Rochet bridge, it uses perforations. Micromechanical or Maryland bridge, it uses electrolyte etching for retention. Macromechanical or Virginia bridge uses lost salt technique for retention. And chemical adhesive bridges, this you just need to know the name in the classification. In Rochet bridge, it was given by Rochet. You need to know it uses a wing-like retainer design with the diagram and disadvantages in brief, 1 or 2 points. Maryland bridge given by Leviditis and Thompson from University of Maryland School of Dentistry, which is why it is known as Maryland bridge. You need to know the design, that is diagram, etching techniques, that is electrochemical and non-electrochemical in detail. Virginia bridge, you need to know it's given by Moon and Huggins. You need to just know the diagram and the lost salt technique, that's it. Next topic is temporization of provisional restorations in FPD. You need to know the definition of provisional restoration according to GPT. Requirements, that is biological and mechanical requirements have to be done in detail. Aesthetical requirements, you need to know only the definitions of color compatibility, contour compatibility, translucency and color stability. Next is classification of provisional restorations. You need to know it is subdivided into preformed, in which we have metal and resin, and custom made, in which we have thermoplastic sheets, self-cure and heat cure resins and composites. Aluminium, tin silver, nickel chromium, cellulose acetate and polycarbonate crowns. These have to be studied in detail. Coming to techniques of temporization, there are two, intracoronal and extracoronal. In extracoronal we have direct, indirect and direct indirect. So these extracoronal techniques that have to be studied in detail. Very frequently as MCQ from this topic is that heat cure resins for temporization is used in case of temporary long-term prosthesis, example full mouth rehab or full mouth rehabilitation. Next topic is die and die materials. You need to know the definitions of working cast and die, requirements for die materials in brief, any 4 to 5 points. Classification of materials used in die preparation, you have to study in detail. What you have to study is type for gypsum products, divestment, polymers, that is self-cure and acrylic, electrodyes, metal sprayed dyes, and refractory dyes. Refractory dyes, you just know the concept and you don't need to go in detail for refractory dyes, but the rest of the topics which I mentioned, that you need to study in detail. In classification of dye systems, you need to go in detail, that is straight dowel pin, curved dowel pin, and Pindex system. These three have to be studied in detail. Now, dye ditching, dye hardener, that is cyanoacrylate, and dye spacer. These are three short note or viva questions that can be asked from dye and dye materials. So this is the end for the video. The subtopic in prosthodontics, that is fixed partial dentures. Whatever topics I mentioned in the video are also mentioned in my blog Guide Dental for reference. If you found this video to be useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Guide Dental for further updates. Thank you so much.